Harry Potter movie with the sorcery and the witchery, a play, it is allowed into Jamaica.
Yeah, but the Bible have more sorcery than any other book. When man a throw down them rod and it a turn snake. I had man a lick rock and it a turn in a water and all them.
But my problem is that anybody can come in with their thing. How I know, say, I know somebody else send the police to come fight against my thing as a competition. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Oh, I know, say, when you're supposed to have globalization, what you call it now, competition, right? Free competition, everything free up. Somebody else come in from somewhere else and say, all right, a little man there give me a strong competition. Go and go lock him up.
Lock him up.
Yeah. You can't have everybody else lighting candles in them house. Every other people come from all over. Have them oils, aromatic oils, a heil up themselves and a light candle. And the rich people, and the rich people, when they're ready, they go to Miami and get a psychic reader. But you want to come lock up the little reader man down the corner.
Them go to St. Thomas to them uptown people, them go to St. Thomas store.
Okay.
Yeah,
but I'm just saying that you should, if it is that a judge, even if you want to keep it illegal, if it is that a judge charge somebody for this, the politicians need to take them and talk to them and let them know that they need to be more. All right, if you're using it, if you're using obia to obstruct justice, or as far as I'm concerned, if you go to somebody and then say, all right, I'm going to use it to tear down them neighbor or do something, that is not obia, that is sorcery and witchcraft.
No, that
obia
is
a secret word. Obia was used to uplift us. My uncle tell me, say, the obia man in slavery was when the slave master beat you and you could not heal, the obia man take you. And when him finish with you, you couldn't run away because the slave master beat you to kill you, you know. And when the obia man finish with you, you come right back to life. Now we see the Chinese practice.
Thing. What else can we say? Believe you me.
Believe it. Mr. Me can't believe it.
Serious thing, and now we're into the politics time again. And we hear the two parts of them is running the country as another way now. Believe you me, the people them in that kind of spirit already, and the politicians them make sure that them don't come out of that spirit. What kind of spirit we attack? Oh gosh, man, you know what I talk about already. Serious thing. Everybody I try to figure out very cold. And the place hot. Hotter than usual, especially in this time. Usually we have rain. So the cycle of events change up and we are now. And we say it look like the world are prepared for war. All of the countries them are what we call it now, modify them ammunitions and them weapons, preparing for something that them think is around the corner. The same people them who create the problem is the same people them have put more problem on that problem. Them do have no solution for the problem. That's a serious thing. And we who are responsible for what is happening, we get caught in the middle. We get caught. Because when them start to them things, we going to be a part of it without even knowing it. Like now. So, I don't know if I can tell you to prepare yourself, but stand by, man, because the trip going to be rough. The trip going to be. And them don't know if to stop it neither, you know. Them are going to start it, them don't know if to stop it. It's a problem. when we were where we were before them come, we never have all of these thinking and disease and problems. And them come and twist up and turn over the thing. And now we get caught in them madness and craziness. And them a search. The thing with it is that we never go in nobody's country, go take them out and carry them, go to the next country, go enslave them. As a matter of fact, Africans is the only set of people on earth will never go in our next country and take out the people them and carry them, go to the next country, go work them. Africans never do that. Never. We're going to take our next break and come for. Is that everyone has searched for them happiness. And apparently people don't know them can create them own space of happiness. Some people maybe want people to make them happy. Now, a whole heap of happiness that you search come from within, you know. Yeah, man. You know, they will have a movie named The Birdman of Alcatraz. And him sit down in a prison. For those of you who don't even know the name Alcatraz is a prison. If you go to San Francisco and stand up on San Francisco Bridge, there's a little island-looking place over in the water there, where it's the most notorious prison ever. And we hear Trump saying, "Wow, reopen it." But that man sit down in that prison there and keep himself cool and all right with birds. And he even try to make them with stick to the Birdman of Alcatraz. A whole heap of people want to believe that somebody have to go around them and come around them to make them happy. And if them can't get that someone to feed off, them sad the whole time. Sad. Now, me have a thing when me say, if me do have nothing to do, me now go look something to do. And I think say a whole lot of people have a problem with him do have nothing to do. And him force himself to go find something to do. And it's something him find to do. Don't make him happy. Don't make him happy. Because people in a prison, people can sit down in a prison. And because him find a certain something in him just feel all right. Even though the physical and the look around him is not something we desire. Sometimes even a memory can make you happy. Yeah, man. You can sit down and think, hey, the thing with your mind, you know, your mind can make you go anywhere and carry you go anywhere, you know. Yeah, man. Your mind can make you go anywhere, do anything. And some people mind carry them go a certain place where them just feel like them in a nirvana, heaven, bliss. Some people mind make them go down in the ditch, in the abyss, and make them vexed and ignorant. And not only create problem for themselves, but create problem for others. How much are we out there can create your own little nirvana or create a little heaven? Like how you will see an animal, the one animal, and him just a go on and a go on and a go on. Animal live and him feel good, and if you don't come to him alright still. That's why I'm living in the wild, because the wild not have no bars and no window and no door for hold them in. them just freely a run up and down. We as human beings get caught in a what we are called now the body, to the point where the body almost come like a prison to a whole heap of one. Yeah, a whole heap of one make them body become like a prison. Especially if he's not a one when you say your body have to be taken care of. And when we say taken care of too, we don't mean say you go out to go buy some tight clothes and itchy time for you, or you go make yourself just look like idiot and all them way they were talking about. Understanding your body and how your body function, and you just living it, and you care what go on around you, you still feel good. We have too much weight. I carry too much luggage, I carry with me. Continuously I carry luggage and weight with me. But every time something happens, it become a big problem, large problem, to the point where you will make others get caught up in that problem. So, you know, sometimes madness a look company, sadness a look company. Sadness a look company a whole heap of time. And it's not good. It's not good for you feel funny and then you want the whole world feel funny with you. I better you smile and make the whole world smile with you. Them say the song say when you're smiling, the whole world smile. When you're crying and you bring on the rain, so stop your crying. We need to understand we are going round way. And we need to understand we are going inside our way. And sometimes we make things round way, become we. Sometimes we make we are going round way, become we. We don't see it as something outside of it, so it's either we're going to deal with it or don't deal with it. Because some things you will never be able to change. Now, here you try. Some things you will never be able to change it. So if you can't change it, don't kill yourself over it. Leave it alone and continue your journey. Because somebody else out there might know how to change that thing where you don't know how to change. And it's usually you're going to have pressure and heart attack over something that you don't have no control of, and you will never be able to change it. Too much fasting of people, craziness, madness. So I have to find myself within. And that is what the preacher and I tell you. You know, say it. He might tell you to search for something outside of yourself. He might tell you to go look to a God. And when we talk about the God now, everybody look up in the sky and thinks there's something up there. I go save them and help them from the things that will surround them daily or even nightly. They want you to believe that there's something out there, not even something to, you know, someone. Someone can them keep saying he this and he that. They want you to believe that there's some he out there that if you talk to it, it will help you to solve your problems. Not knowing that prayers must be in, prayer must be out, prayer must be in. When you pray, you're praying to yourself, to heal yourself. Not to pray to something out there that you don't know. Because according to them, you know, the thing then that them pray know everything. Omnipotent, omnipresent, omniscient, all of these things. So you don't need to, if something know your mind before you know it, why you praying to it to help you to get out of a situation where you put yourself in a. If you sit down every day and feel say, your problems will be solved by kneeling down or by listening to the preacher where I tell you, say, just pray and have faith and everything will be all right. No go so. That is why black people have the problem with them find themselves in there now. Meanwhile, everybody else get up off of them knee and do the work to make them life better. All the different nations and people and races. We African people feel say the something that they gave us will help us to come out of the misery that they put us in. It's a madness. It's a madness. Them have all of the rituals that them design for it. All of the rituals. You know, your class, you go down on your knee, you look up in the sky, you make the sign of the cross and all these things. And you feel so you're all right. I'm going to know that the food are burn up on the fire. Where you going to know, where you get more food for go buy, for go deal with the food that burn up. We need to understand how the self operate and how the self work. The self put you in a state of shock and the self put you in a state of happiness. People visualize God and people visualize the devil. And all of those things are just in your head. There's nothing out there that look like what you have in your head that is causing you to do what you do. If you are doing it, based upon what is surrounding you and based upon the circumstance that you find yourself in, you work according to that. It's not a little man in your head. I tell you, say, do that. And next one I say, don't do that. Or if you're in a problem, them know where you think. So them will make you don't think it, or they make you think it and don't get out of the problem where you find yourself in. Topsy-turvy. It's a crazy situation. And we learn it. It's not we come up with it. It's we come learn these things. And we don't want to unlearn it. Because we're scared. We're afraid. So if we go unlearn it, now we are commit something against ourselves. That is really what them have we are do. Them have we are doubt ourselves. Them have we I feel guilty about myself. Them not feel guilty about what them do to we, but we feel guilty about where we are do to ourselves. When we are going to wake up. When we are going to wake up, because it look like we are going further and further along in the ditch, you know. When everybody are climb out of the ditch, we are going down there still to go find out where down there. If something is down there, they will not come out of it. Them come out right, you know, them crawl out right, and we are going down there to go look over down there. Why we want to go down there? We're up there already. Where them come out and come up. I wish for we there. So why we want to go down there? But look, we're too fast. I just find myself in a problem. It's a self-examination me I talk about, if you don't understand what I say. Self-examination. Examine yourself. No little man in your head. Or no little thing or whatsoever they want to manifest it to be. The devil is supposed to be a man. And God is supposed to be a man. That is what them have their thing. And the reality of it, when you think upon God, and then you think upon. And when you think upon the devil, and yourself you think upon. And yourself you think upon. Even the image that you have in your head, show you say something wrong. The image where you have in your head shows you something wrong. Because if the man come to you with him, and you can go, when you are looking for your problem solved, and you close your eyes and pray, it's him you look on. And say, him will solve your problem for you. And it's him put you in the problem side way. Why would I want to take you outside? When him know say he can control you forever if you stay in that state of thinking. Hell is a burn up fireplace. People still think that. People still have them pick that think those things. The thing is an all-time thing that young people, sometimes you listen to all the DJ, then you realize that's what them think too. Ella Heaven. That's all them think upon Ella Heaven. God and the devil, God and the devil. Who make the devil? Who make God? All of these things was created by man. Man, in a madness, create all these things to move away from the reality of himself. That is what it is all about. He move from the reality of himself. So him have these entities out there that if him do this so, him say that make him do it so. If him do that so, him say that make him do it that so. And taking no responsibility for what him personally do. Because when I hear you them tell I say, God know your heart, God know everything before you do it. So if God know everything before you do it, why you pray? Why you praying for, money? Why you praying for your house? Why you praying for love? God knows say you want it already. So if you not get it, that means there's something wrong with you and something wrong with God still. Because all the things them you think about is in your head. Car crash, your man say, boy, God save the man from there, So who make him crash? Who make him crash? Who make the man foot get chopped off? Why, I tell you, say that little thing, God never have him at 2 foot, God save him foot, because him could have get the 2 foot, him could have lose him 2 foot. What kind of thinking that? What kind of thinking that? Man do something bad, him say the devil make him do it. Devil make you do what? What devil? Devil make you do what? And you do it. I don't know why I do it, so I some bad boy, police hold him, he must say, boy, I tell you, officer, I don't know why I do it, I don't know, I tell you, say, and them start to blame all hobby and all this. And you bought me there, say, after the man lick me from my hand, the man hold me hand, one of them man will hold up him paw and I grab your next hand, and the ring from my fingers, it squeeze me. When I tell you say it squeeze me. So I say, brethren, why you hold my fingers so I don't see it appear me? The man look at my finger and ask me if a guard ring me have on. Guard ring? Ring can't guard you. Not thinking where him a think, a ring, an inanimate object. I go guard him, Not a dog, not a security guard, but a ring. And that is where them they know. After the man squeeze up my finger pain me, I'm tell him say, but say you make the ring and squeeze up my finger rasta. Him look on the ring and ask me if a guard ring. I say, brethren, don't go think you can guard me right now, or you guard me, or a man come guard me, but me don't know the ring ever guard me. I will tell him about this story, because I know him are the first one look on it out here there. So you can imagine how much youth has seen me with that ring and say, boy, muta, about him guard ring, Yeah, I tell you that. So I put some power in all the ring then, In this inanimate object, I'm going to put power in it. And feel say, boy, I'm into them something, that's why I'm trouble with it. What kind of madness is that? What kind of madness is that? Man have on them underpants, I was going away underpants, just where my thing say, why underpants? Yeah, everybody underpants, I would save him from certain things, Then if man underpants now save me from certain things, then my ring I will save me from something. It's a madness. So, we just say that life, one life, different manifestation of the flesh. We have said that for years now. One life, different manifestation of the flesh. And we have to know now what we are taking in our flesh and what we are let out of the flesh. Because that will be able, what you take out and what you put in, is that going to decide who you are as a human being. A human being. Because Because everybody will see walk up and down and right now a human being. Seriously. I mean, I say them as space people either. Because I say, them ways and attitude and behavior is not becoming of a human being. Especially those politicians and those preachers that run up and down all over the place and tell you what to do and what not to do. And if you do this, that, and if you not do this, that. Religion and politics, big problem to human existence. And when we were in Africa, we never know nothing about them something there. Religion wasn't part of our community. Politics wasn't a part, democracy wasn't a part of our community. I shouldn't even say politics wasn't, but democracy we really want to say. Democracy wasn't a part of our community. And religion wasn't a part of our community. And we survived for thousands of years before these guys come. And see there, when them come here, we never kill them off. We accept them with open arms and give them all with food and all them something there. And they repay us with death and destruction. And still at the repay us with death and destruction. I will not understand say that them do. We have a thing named Stockholm Syndrome. Stockholm Syndrome, where a man kidnap you and him have you so long with him that you start to like your kidnapper. You start, so if it's a woman and it's a man kidnap you, the woman start to love the kidnapper. What kind of madness is that? The man kidnap you from your family, from your land and everything. And him take you away and carry you going in a Finland or some other land, not even Finland neither. Because him take you, take you from Africa and bring you on here, so I know how our land is. And we start to love him and love the land when he bring him upon. And about eternal Father, bless our land. Guide us through this with your mighty hand. Keep us free from evil power. And then I look up into the sky. Grant true wisdom from above. And that them teach way. And it, in a way, now come out. Grant true wisdom from above. What wisdom up above? Which part of wisdom there? Elon must have to find it. This is the cutting edge and IRFM who come forward.
I was down to work, damn hips, but I was tricked. Seduced by your beat. See, you had me for 3 minutes and 46 seconds. I was suspended in time, but when I snapped out of it, I had to ask, did I hear what I thought I did in that last rhyme? Now forgive me. Maybe I'm getting old or maybe I'm just slow, because I didn't even know you could say bitch on the radio. But I was entranced by that beat I heard somewhere before. Oh, I remember. That was the original score. Now, unless I'm dreaming, I could have swore. Right after you called me a bitch, you called someone else a whore. And at this point, I'm trying to process a few things. What were the original words to that song? And you want me to do what with my thong? And I'm tripping because nobody's acting like anything is wrong. After all, the anthem for the new millennium was Big Pimpin'. And it all seems a bit surreal because when I was dancing around, I didn't know the damage my soul was going to feel. And there are times I am still compelled to move, but I swear to you, it's that old school groove that's playing above the lyrics, because if the music wasn't there, I definitely wouldn't hear it. I thought hip-hop was supposed to be a means of poetically expressing yourself, but it seems these days you'd say anything to get your CDs off the shelf, so let's toast with champagne and blunts to your health. But first, tell me why. Every other video, brother's gotta be a gigolo. And you show your respect by pouring beer for the homie who's dead and then pour the rest of that 40 over some female's head. And what's crazier than that is she doesn't seem to mind, but if you look past her ass, deep into her eyes, you just might find a hint of surprise because she didn't realize that the camera shot was going to be between her thighs. And she furthers a lie as she tried to deny, pretending like it's okay, that she just gave a piece of her self-esteem away. And it aired 9 times on MTV today. And all of that for little to no pay, but he's a hustler, baby, and he told you so. And when he's through, you're a video hoe. And I'm trying to make it in this business, so I've actually stood in those high-heel shoes, you know. And now when I go to the club, I see a sea of young women with fake diamonds bouncing around their waist, too little clothes on her body and too much makeup on her face, screaming, underlay, underlay, mommy, E-I, E-I, uh-oh. Were you that hoe? Was I that hoe? Or do we need to spiritually grow? Does anybody know what EIEI stands for anyway? Is it eternally imprinting, exaggerated ignorance, or exploiting innocence while extremely intoxicated? I'm starting to think this hip-hop thing has become way overrated, and you dedicated an entire song to how fast my ass is shaking? Tossing around money that you really ain't making? Didn't I see you on court TV, accused of raping? But I'm the one hating. Well, maybe I am, because somebody needs to speak up on behalf of the woman. So, no, you can't see my thong. No, I won't back my thing up. No, you can't big pimp me into buying your CD. It takes a king and a queen to create a real dynasty. Why don't you set your mind free? Why don't you back that thinking up? Maybe you're already aware because you call yourself corrupt. And it's not hard to deduct when I keep hearing rumors that you're going bankrupt, that you just claiming head hip-hopper in charge, spending all your money on your boys just to prove that you're large, because all your real niggas still kick it with you. And there ain't no nigga like the one you got. So you'd ride for your niggas and you'd die for your niggas because you're a no limitations nigga? What type of nigga slanging bang in the streets? A bad boy, a rude boy, a 504 boy, a hot boy, a ghetto boy? Hold up. I got this plan. Stop calling yourself a nigga and a boy and call yourself a man. Because what I really want from my niggas is to realize that it's the root of the word that's the trigger, triggering thoughts through my temple of its real definition. Look it up. It's simple. Number 1, ignorant. Number 2, inconsequential and petty. Number 3, stingy and miserly. But it's not the definition that comes as a shocker. What baffles me is that you call yourself a doctor. What are you healing, brother? And I'd really like to know, did you get that doctorate degree while you were on death row? Changing your name thinking it'll contribute to your fame, but all you're doing is defaming yourself and your people, and you want to know why we aren't seen as equals? Got all your jewels wrapped around your neck and your wrist. What happened to throwing up a fist to represent unity, to show our pride? Now the only time you throw up your fist to show off the fact that you bought a Rolex, never mind the damaging effects that all of this has. Look around, it's spreading fast. Even Baby Bow Wow has his Mickey Mouse iced down when he should be fitting those jewels into his crown. Got little kids thinking it's a thing to hustle up your money for a little bling bling. Why don't you sing the truth, player? Money really ain't a thing, you see, when you trade it in for your dignity. And all you've done is perpetuate the negativity, so I challenge thee. The next time that you're seduced by that beat, whether it's when you go to the club, get your groove on, or buy a CD, the next time that you're seduced by that beat, listen closely to the rhyme. And you tell me if that's what poetry was meant to be.
Yes, sister. Serious thing. Can somebody tell me, is blind me blind, that every music video that I see on YouTube with artists, whether them are hip-hop artists or a dancehall artist, every video of a woman a wind up her bottom on the video. And that's how the black woman reach, you know. Every video, woman can't do nothing in a video again unless them a wind up them bottom and a shake so fast them bottom can't shake. That is where we reach, you know. That is where we reach. The woman them have on what me call denim panty, because them think they are no shorts again. And them have some little thing itch up on them breasts. Me don't know what them call that. And the man them look like them a go to them bed, them in a shorts and marina, mesh marina. Like them just a come out of them bed. A party them a go, you know. They were going to stage show, you know. And they were just like they were go play basketball. But that if a basketball close up about is some shots where long and then now to chop off of them. And them have on mesh marina. The woman them, why it get away? I'm glad some me away the age of me is. I'm glad, trust me. Because when me see a go on here so now, a slavery in a different form. Total slavery in a different form. Yeah, man. Because if you tell them same people, see them African, them say, muta, move from here with your Rasta business, you know. And then the Rasta business, they come to them with, you know. It's an explanation you want to show them, say, what you do this now is, it's not becoming of a woman who have them ancestors in Africa there. You know, see, because in a certain part of Africa, if you're not married, you go without tap, you know. Yeah, you have some nations in Africa, the young girl them go without tap. But you know, them don't know nothing about rape. You can't believe that? Them don't know nothing about rape. Me tell the story already, you know, we're on a tour with our African brother, him set up the tour and we are talk about gay people. And we are telling what them do. And the man said, nothing like that can't possible. The man said, and they are laughing at the bus, you know. Because he must say, we too lied, nothing like that can't happen. Because which part him come from in Africa, he never hear about that yet. Yet still know it's African enough. It's African enough. It's going to reach in a film community now. By about years ago, we are talking about that. But it's about 30 years now. We're up on the tour and him in the bus with me. The man said, we matter about gay 2 man. No, sir, that's not possible. Well, I tell you now, so you have some nations in Africa where the woman, them are travel and them not have nothing on the top. Breast, them breasts are sure. And you don't have no rape. No rape, none of the community, no way. Them don't know nothing about rape. Forgot hold on woman and rape her. Who teach you them something there? Or we get forgot to do them something there? Or we left Africa and come up there so and see some young girl on the street, some big bossing tone man. And some little girl that come from school, them grab them and rape them. Where we get that from? Where we get that from? How we get conditioned that way there? How we get conditioned that way there? That a man will box down a woman and put him foot in her face and all them something there. Where that come from? Where that come from? Who will learn them things there from? A man can lift up a woman and throw her down on the ground, headways, and then stand up in her head. A man just 2 little girl, him just rape them and threaten them, say if them overtalk, him kill them, and him just rape them. And then sometimes when them done, them kill them. Where we get them something there from? We never come on here with that. We never come on here with that. How Jamaica so Christianized and so much cruelty and wickedness are going on so. Eh? How that possible? And we pray every day, if you hear the radio, the amount of church service you go on Sunday, and even Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday too. And you listen to the song them. It blow your mind, man, to know, say, Jamaica the most church per square mile. And these things are going on in our country like Jamaica. How that possible? And we not do nothing about it, you know. We expect politicians fail to do that. We are doing it. Politicians are part of the problem. Politicians are part of the problem. The preacher is a part of the problem. It's just that. Because the more in preaching, the more you think say you are sin. And you say, who has sin? How sin come up in it? What is sin? What is sin?
And do you have been listening to the wrong radio station?
Confused. And don't know which way, if you're going or you're coming. Yes. Enough craziness are going.
slaves from West Africa and subjected them to inhuman treatment, including having the word society branded on their chests with a hot iron to show that they were the property of the church. Previous Archbishop of Canterbury actually chaired the meetings approving the purchase of more slaves for the plantation. They were needed because so many had died as a result of their inhuman treatment. The church also enslaved children as workers too. The wealth the church enjoys today and its ownership of vast parts of the land and real estate of England and its prestige is because of this shameful blood money from the past. The Catholic Church and many of the popes were no better, abusing the innocent and forcing them into slavery. People often trust religion, religious people, and the church. They shouldn't. It has little, if anything, to do with God or Jesus. It is a human system spawned, controlled, and dominated by men. It is responsible for atrocities throughout history, even up to our present day.
Serious thing. I don't know if you listen to the Stephen Razor about 2 weeks ago, where I was talking to the sister who talked about the Church of England is now ready to compensate some of the Caribbean islands them for slavery. Them don't want to call it reparation, them call it slave compensation. Church of England, same church where you hear the man talk about this. So these people that have slaves. If one can show me where in history Africans left Africa and go into a next people's country that is not Africa and take out the people them and carry them, go and next land, go turn them in a slave. Well, show me to that history and I will tell you about many nations who take Africans out of Africa and carry them go to other part of the world and turn them in a slave. Serious thing. And the devastation and destruction that them put on African people is unbelievable. And when them see we in Africa, them call us savage. And them go America, Turtle Island, and them call the Native American them savage. And guess what? Them enslave them and kill them and brutalize them. And then say, we are the savage. Right, sir. Them say, we are the savage. Look what them do. Listen.
You have no idea how horrific slavery was. They ate Nat Turner after his execution, boiling his body for oil and turning his remains into souvenirs. Enslaved Africans' hair was used to stuff furniture, including pillows and mattresses, while their teeth were sold as dentures for white wealthy people, including but not limited to George Washington. The skin of the enslaved individual was flayed and turned into leather for shoes and clothing. Pregnant black women were whipped on their stomachs to induce miscarriages or forced to give birth under inhumane conditions, only to have their infants sold off. Enslaved men and women were subject to brutal medical procedures without anesthesia or consent. Tools like thumb screws and iron muzzles were used to silence them, while branding irons seared their skin with the marks of their enslavers. Rape was weaponized as a tool of control, with enslaved women forced to bear children who were automatically enslaved, perpetuating the cycle. Families were torn apart at auction blocks, with children as young as toddlers sold to distant plantations, never to see their parents again. Even after death, the bodies of enslaved people were desecrated. Their remains were often stolen from graveyards and used for medical dissections or experimentation. Their lives were treated as commodities, and their suffering was systematic, deliberate, and utterly inhumane. Slavery wasn't just a labor system. It was a calculated mechanism of dehumanization, leaving a legacy of cruelty and trauma that reverberates through history to this day. And still, there is no recompense or reparations for the descendants of the enslaved. And the algorithm will probably make it so that most people don't see this video. I wonder why.
Yes, may I tell you, serious thing. Listen.
Black bodies.
I've seen alligators on jars. I've seen alligator ashtrays, and I've seen them depicted with kids in it. And I was wondering why the children would be there. As a matter of fact, this particular pencil sharpener, this is a pencil sharpener or a pencil holder with a black head of a baby sitting out of its mouth. I didn't pay any attention. I have been collecting for quite a few years, and I have the posters and things like that about different things. And then one day I was down in Florida. I'd gone down with my wife, and I took a trip for myself off to the Wild Blue Yonder, going out to hunt artifacts. And in my quest to hunt artifacts, I came upon a pawn shop in Sanford, Florida. In the pawn shop was a gentleman who owned it. They went and got him and told him I was there, and I wanted to buy some of the shackles he had hanging around the walls. I asked him, could I buy them? He said no. He didn't want to sell anything. He just wanted me to see it. Then we began to talk. And I asked him, I said, look, please let me buy something. I got to take something from here. He says, no. He says, I don't want to sell anything. He said, but I'm going to the back and I'll sit down. Meanwhile, he came out and came back out and began to talk to me. He said, he said, you probably don't know this. He said, but years ago, he said, my grandfather, before he died, told me of the things they would do. He said he would go down. He said his grandfather said they would go down and they would take babies with them. I said, what do you mean babies? He says, well, let me tell you. He said the slaves who had babies, they would steal the babies during the course of the day, sometimes when the mothers weren't washing. I said, what do you mean babies? I said, you mean babies like 5 or 6 years old? He says, no. These babies, some would be infants. Some would be a year old. He said some would be toddlers. He said they would grab these children and take them down to the swamp and leave them in pens like little chicken coops. They would go down there at night, take these babies and tie them up because they hunted the big bull alligators. These big bull alligators were not raised on farms. They were in the wild. These alligators would weigh 600, 700, 800 pounds. Those are the ones they wanted. They would skin them, make the wallets, get the meat, do different things with them. He said, but what they were doing was tie them up, put a rope around their neck and around their torso, around here, and tie it tight. He said, I said, well, what would the babies be doing? He said, well, my grandfather said they'd be screaming. He said, what would you do? He just let them scream. He said, what they would do, it would help them to chum the water. He said, when they would throw the babies in, tied to this rope, he said, in a matter of minutes, he said, the alligators were on them. He said the alligators would clamp his jaws on that child. As a matter of fact, once he clamped on him, he was really swallowed. You couldn't see anything but the rope. And we would pull the alligator in and tie his nose and hit him in the head with an axe, a pickaxe. He said we would then drag him to the shore. We'd drag him to the shore and leave him lay, and we would do it again, maybe 2 or 3 times a night. I said, so what do you mean? He said, well, yeah, they were taking these babies and killing them for alligator bait. I said, so all these things I've been collecting are really, really something that I can really talk about and say they are the truth by what you say? He said, I'm telling you. He said, nobody wants to talk about it. He said, I'm only telling you because you're here. I may never hear from you again. He said, but these things actually depict the acts that they did to slave babies back in the Bayou country and down the south. They did this. They hunted alligators with these babies. That's why they call alligator bait.
Serious thing. I gotta listen. Anytime I go down Africa, especially Ghana, because Sauli always come from Ghana. I always have unfit things, and a virgin, him say, him go carry me go somewhere, him carry me go around one little corner, and him draw out a chain from under a cellar. When you look on the chain, Rasta. Yeah, so what them do, them say, boy, them clamp the African them with it, They clamp them 2 foot in it, and the chain, say, Then all the chain, all the African them move. So I mean all the African them move. They have to walk with the chain upon them foot. Brethren and sister who are listening, if you ever see the chain, so I go to you and say, brethren, how much you sell me the chain for? How much you sell me it for? Him tell me, I say, boy, right now, I go buy it from me, brethren, because I tell you, say, I have to keep this chain here. I have to keep this chain here. If you don't see the chain where them used to put the African, clamp on the African them foot, for them walk in it. Just looking for the chain alone make tears come my eye, man. Just look for it. May I tell you? Not to mention the whip. We make out a leather, you know. It's a serious thing. I was standing and we are going like we are idiot and a farm fool. Don't you so and go like them things they gone long time. Well, we could have taken the chain off our foot, use sledgehammer thing. Was in the chain around your brain. I wonder where you're going to use and take it off.
Martin Luther didn't like the Catholic Church and founded the Lutheran Church. Calvin didn't like the Lutheran Church and founded the Reformed or Calvinist Church. Henry VIII didn't like being denied Catholic marriage and founded the Anglican Church. John Smith disliked the Anglican Church and founded the Baptist Church. William Miller didn't like the Baptist Church and founded the Adventist. Ellen G. White really liked what William Miller said and founded the Seventh-day Adventist Church. Charles T. Russell didn't like the Adventist Church and founded Jehovah's Witnesses. Joseph Smith disliked the Methodist Church and founded the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints, the Mormons. John Wesley disliked the Anglican Church and founded the Methodist Church. Some pastors didn't like the Methodist Church and founded the Pentecostal Church. Many did not like the Pentecostal Church and founded thousands of churches like Stop Suffering, Assemblies of God, Light of the World, etc. The evangelical movement came from the Baptist Church, while the different born-again movement came from the evangelical churches. The born-again faith emerged in the late 1930s from the U.S., and it gained popularity in the 1970s and 1980s, its golden age. There are now 35,000 different so-called Christian religions who claims their interpretation of the Bible is the right one.
The Bible is called the greatest story ever told. Not the greatest collection of facts, not the most paramount document on earth, the greatest story. One must know how to read the symbols and the emblems and the terms. There are 15 major religions in the world before Christianity that have taught the same thing. The Jews do not accept Jesus as the Messiah. And many Christians jumping to conclusions say, well, the Jews don't accept Jesus. That's because they hated the Messiah. No, no such thing is true. The reason why Jews do not accept Christianity is really rather simple. They know the story. And they know it's just the story. I'm not saying there's not good spirituality in the Bible. I am saying that it has been twisted and used by political powers for a political agenda to keep us ignorant, ill-informed, and unread, depending on the Lord to come back to help us, when in fact, there is no Lord coming back to help us. Education, knowledge, and your own personal spirituality and investigation of what the story is really about. Do your homework. That's the only salvation we have left. The church, as we know it today in Western civilization, is in fact nothing more than a tool and a counterpart to government. It is like two hands, government and...
Anybody know the organization of Marcus Garvey? None of them don't know tara. They don't know nothing. Nothing about Garvey, nothing about Rasta, nothing. So I mean, because as far as I say, but when we know them things that now going to help of people without a knowledge of them histories like a tree without root, man. But that is how it go, because there was a time up at the university, all them things where you see are going now, in the 70s, you'll see the students them demonstrate. Yeah, Walter Rodney and all them things there, university. I mean, the youth them up at the university, it's so docile, it's so stiff. All them want is pass an exam, you know. Them not have no knowledge outside of where I go on around them. It's amazing, man. I used to go to school at some, the amount of things where we know outside of schoolwork. As a matter of fact, we know more about outside things we are going on with schoolwork than in the school. And it's not like, even though we used to go party and them something there, but even within the party, remember Bridget them used to sit on a light post and reason and talk about certain things. Yeah, man, Africa and all them something that we are talking about. Them youth, you know, them just go to school because them feel so when them left school, they don't get a good work because them have a university degree and them something there. And by the time them left school, you know, what them learning at school is null and void. Because science and technology have moved so fast now that what you learn now have no significance 20 years from now or 10 years from now. Believe you me. Africa. With the inner the middle or the cutting edge, you know, as we say after 12, we will take some call. We want to play this here, you know, we don't want it. All right, we can play the call. Now when the time comes, make it stop.
We took this country by terror away from the Sioux, the Apache, the Arawak, the Comanche, the Arapaho, the Navajo. Terrorism. These non-military personnel, we bombed the black civilians, pregnant mothers and hard-working fathers. We bombed Gaddafi's home and killed his chamber. We bombed Nagasaki and we nuked fire.
Feel like sometimes when we talk, we are over-exaggerate things. We play them things for what you know, say, this thing are real, man. This thing are real. This conspiracy the church have against the people is a real thing, real conspiracy. Them rise up against the people, them. These political ideas where big nations have over the people, them, is a real thing. And now we get paranoid. We don't talk of a paranoia. Not because you don't hear it every day upon other places or anywhere. You feel say, sure, most of us talk them things where we get them something from. A real thing. Real thing. That's why it's important that we play them things there, because until we play them, you know, so now we want to say it. People all over the world, African people all over the world, attack and I say the same thing like what we are saying. You know, say Jamaica too small, that's why. Sometimes when somebody says something, it sounds away because Jamaica small and them have no time to listen to certain things and even get into conversation about certain things. But you need to converse now. You need to converse, start conversations in your community. You know, say, go up on your iPhone and look for other things other than wind up. Yes. Anyway, the time is 12 o'clock in Jamaica, in the world, but yet still, them history is terrible. Them go to Turkey Island, go wipe out the Native American, them and put them on reservation. Some of them have disease and get mad. You know, see, them go to Africa, Haiti, all over the world. Assassinate the leaders we will have.
We took this country by terror away from the Sioux, the Navajo. Terrorism. We took by day. We have supported state terrorism.
We are going to, I wrote in Westminster before concerning compensation and reparation. I wrote the U.S. Congress also. I am chosen. I know that. We all have our purposes. You have your purpose, absolutely too. We are going to get compensated. We have to take stand, and I'm glad for Ibrahim Traore. I dream and I see a united Africa in the future. It has to start somewhere, you know. We are going to get compensated. I don't know how they're going to. Oh, that is going to be indivisible, but we are going to get compensated because what was done to us was genocide. You know, it wasn't just a Bible slavery or bond servants or anything. We were illegally taken from Africa, and if I'm correct, wasn't France involved in the transatlantic?
Everybody involved in that, all Germany too.
Yeah, right. So, you know, we are, as a man of God, I don't know God, I put God before, believe that day, but we are going to get compensated. It's going to happen.
What say you took before?
It's...
You say you take something before. What you say you take before?
No, I had said something like I had written to Westminster.
No, I hear that already, but a while ago you say, all right, go on talk.
Oh, yes. So I'm just saying we are going to get compensated.
Yeah, okay.
That's
right.
Unstoppable.
Okay. All right.
It's unstoppable. I love your energy, you know.
Yeah, man. Give thanks.
Keep up the great work.
All right, sir.
Big up yourself. Yeah.
And that's over there. Feel we are going to keep down African people especially, yes. Years ago, I had to cutting edge and a brother come down with a book and say, just come from foreign and he will talk some things on the program and he want to give me this book. And when I look at the book, it's a book about slavery and photos of Africans and what them do Africans. This is the thing they will play a while ago. What all the gator baby them and all them something there and what them do with the man them. The picture them in the book. No, not talk about drawing, you know, I talk about photo. What them use so, it's like when you go to a cowboy show, I see them take a pig or something and put between two sticks and fire and then I'll turn them. And that them used to do African people, you know. Yeah, that them do. You know, so most of the African them with them lynch. When them see them body, them don't find them with no penis. Yes. The guy who lynch them cut off them penis and carry it to him as souvenir. And when I talk about, I don't know, joke thing we talk, you know. Them thing they happen, you know. Yeah, them thing they happen. You see all them picnic. When them picnic go all of the hanging, the lynching, are the same thing when them are roast African them. The picnic have to get souvenir for go home with, you know. Yeah, the picnic have to get souvenir for go home with. And I know joke business, a serious thing.
Yeah, I listen to the radio from where I may hear a thing where Pan-Africanist liar. You hear me?
Yeah, man, I hear you, man.
Yeah. Pan-Africanist Bert Samuel and Clinton Hutton.
Yeah.
Carry a case to the court about them Obia to legalize in Jamaica.
Yeah.
How can I think that?
What do you mean, what kind of? I don't understand. What was the thing?
In this day and age, brother, you cannot talk about you want Obia to legalize in Jamaica muta.
What wrong with saying you want to legalize it? May I ask you, what wrong with that?
Brother, Obia is a thing where muta, when you talk about Obia, brother, you know what Jamaican people.
Yeah, what them are saying. Yeah, but what
them
Jamaican...
use it to go along one another and fight against one another and do some evil thing against people.
Then Christian use Jesus Christ to do that too?
Huh?
Christian use Jesus Christ to hold on people?
So Christian use Jesus Christ to hold on people?
Yeah, you know, I hear people about I hope Jesus, the blood of Jesus Christ upon you and I hope this and this, I hope that.
And I don't know sense the muta when them say that.
I mean, I don't know sense. I mean, I don't know sense. You know, I hear people cry about Jesus. Jesus rebukes you.
Muta. In this, yeah, when you're going to use, I'm going to make Obia legalize in Jamaica. People are going to use it. I hear Clinton Hutton say, back in the days of slavery, right? If with four parents and them people, if they never have Obia, to hold a fight, to fight the white man, right now probably we wouldn't even dare.
Yeah.
That is in them time, the muta. That in them time. But in them time, man have gun and
but I know
knife
hold on there.
and thing there. I give them more fire. You give them
Yo. Obia is not just fighting oppressor, you know. Obia is healing too. You can use Obia and heal people.
People use Obia for holding one another and fight against one another more than use people muta.
No, because Jamaican people see Obia as something dirty. That is why they ban it. That is why white people ban Obia, you know.
But that's what it is used for more in Jamaica and this yes, brother.
But Jamaican people don't know nothing about Obia. They don't know nothing about Obia. They don't know nothing about Obia and Voodoo. They don't know nothing about it. Them hear what white people tell them it is.
Well, the Jamaican people don't know about Obia.
No, sir. Them have my ring the other day and a man tell me about me have a guard ring. And a my ring. I'm a step back and make the ring for me. What me I say? Who make it illegal? Who make it illegal?
White people make it illegal.
So why, if we want to make it legal?
Because muta,
African thing.
I agree, it's an African thing, muta, but you know, in this day and age, brother, especially in Jamaica, muta, people are using things against them one another. Them things they are going right now in the muta. Enough of them things they are going in Jamaica right now.
No, but I just tell you, say, if it's legal, why you feel, say, it's about big muta. All right, so what you say,
Muta. Yeah. I think Bert Samuel and Professor Clinton Hutton, I think they find more productive thing to talk about and deal with.
The man is a historian up at university.
I agree, so I know the man is a historian.
Then, and Bert Samuel is a liar.
I know Bert Samuel is a liar. I know that, brother.
Yeah, so why you
could deal with things more on more positive level, brother.
Then
more uplift people.
Watch a Christianity positive and negative, you know. Christianity have it negative and positive way about it. You know, your people use Christianity to bring down people. So why you not telling them to ban Christianity? Look how much illusion and delusion they target people. Christianity have black people that more oppression than Obia. And nobody has to ban Christianity.
Well, Christianity have people and more oppression than Obia.
Christianity has done more damage to black people than Obia. Christianity. Tell anybody say muta say that. In this time or any time, Christianity has done more damage to black people than Obia. Because Christianity is a legal thing. And it promises you some pie in the sky, some this and that, and make people get docile and make people not recognize them in some serious problem and over them whole life to politicians and them something there. Christianity has done more damage to black people brain than Obia. All right, so.
Well, Muta, we have a doubt here that is concerned.
Yeah, we're going doubt. No wrong if you doubt. Anyway,
I have a doubt here that is concerned. Muta, I say, either this time, brother. I don't think we need something like that. I don't think that's something
you don't have
worthwhile.
to need it. You don't have to need it. You don't have to need it. It's just that it's illegal, and a man say, why it must be legal, why it can't be legal, just like Christianity. Why Christianity can't be legal? Christianity should be legal. Anyway, we have to move, Virgin. We have to move.
All right, move. Give that.
Yeah, the time is 12. You must chew it. It just melt in your mouth. By the time you sit down and see it melt away. And then him drink wine. No. You talk about Obia. If you don't believe me, go ask a Roman Catholic priest. Say you hear muta say this. You say the thing when put in your mouth and the wine when him drink, the Roman Catholic Church believes that it become the flesh and blood of Jesus. Literally. Let me say. The wine become the literal, when it go in your body, it become the literal blood of Jesus. Now, when a Christian talk about the blood of Jesus must do this and the blood of Jesus must do that, nobody knows that as weird. Nobody knows that as weird. Christians see it as weird that no matter about the blood of Jesus over you and the blood of Jesus wash you, washing the blood of the lamb and all them something like that. That's not weird. That should have banned. Because if a man will tell you, say, that when you drink wine, because you make the sign of the cross over it, and because you utter 2 words, I'm going to tell you now, say, that wine become, when it go in your body, that means you have more blood and more flesh. This is the man who them claims that they on a cross, you know. The wine becoming blood. And the 2 crowns become in flesh, literally. No, if that is not madness, tell me what is. When you go to watch a man, when you go to somebody in a countryside and you're sick, and him go to bomb and him go in a bush, him go in a bush, go look to a bush, and him come back and use a mortar and beat it up, and then him mix it up with certain things, and him tell you, say, must put that by your foot. I mix it up and him say, drink this, him say, the medicine man. All of them people that we are talking about, all of them, Taki, Nani, 3 Finger Jack, all of them was seen as some medicine man, or what they would have want to call the Obia man. Because the Obia man, in those times, most of the people them who lead rebellions in them time there was seen as Obia man. Because them know certain things where the normal African them don't know. Them study herbs, them study bush. Them know what to heal you and what to kill you. So when the enemy come, them use that thing there to kill them. And when family and friends come, them use the herb there to heal you. But we get it so warped up in our head that white man come and because him afraid of it, because him see what the African them used to do with it. They make it illegal. They make it illegal. Now this blood of Jesus, where them talk about every day, is an imagination, is a false sense of madness. Madness. When you hear black people run up and down all the place that talk about the blood of Jesus, this and the blood of Jesus, that. Where do you get that from? Who give you that? That no one asks, you know. I'm not going to play that song after the Virgin, you know. I'm going to play that song after the Virgin.
With Squeeze here, I'm going to talk to him today, so I'm going to link you.
With who?
Squeeze.
Remind me now.
DJ Squeeze. Yeah. More big up Mandingo and Raspal and Mary Lynch as a lady, outstanding lady, where I was listening to you. Mary Lynch. Yeah, man. Muta. Me personally, and most of my friends, them appreciate way I do more than them universal degree Muta. I tell you, because when we notice with black people, that's why black people now come out of them squalor. Because we notice with black people, anything the white people come with, them buying it and gravitate towards, and when the black people come with things, them bring it in a derivative way. All right, Muta, just take note for me quickly. You see a cigarette I do to people, and put it there to kill you, them slather the cigarettes, you know. And you see the rum do to the people, Muta.
Wait there. I don't want to cut you. Them write it on the back, say, warning. The Surgeon General warned that cigarette smoke is dangerous to your health. And some of them have it on the front back, say, smoking kills. And black people go in a shop, buy it, and go around and go smoke it.
And them come now already, I tell a crap I head, buy it and smoke it. Look how rum do to man. Look how rum make man crash and dead. And look how them do to ganja, right? And look how them do to ganja.
Yes.
Look how them do to ganja. And black people dead for this plan, got chased for this plan, and blacks cut for this plan. And what these guys do, take it and get rich people, that's why I can't like them and white people, Muta. Me can't like
politicians and white people.
You know much Rasta dead for ganja in a Jamaica?
Muta, me stand up as a youth and say police, soldier use being cut a man locks. All them abuse our black people go through, and now them like compensation. This man come now and tell you where we are doing. Now tell you what Christianity do, you know, the blood of Jesus and this, that, and pastor, Muta, go on and so much church, put up a go up now in a plaza and tell me if we know worse off, I mean WRST.
Yes.
Look about church and look for the squall of them where the people are living and tell me one pastor will say anything more partial. Look here, man. The state and the Christianity going 1-12 keep black people down. Church and state Muta. So when a man come from the radio station with an ignorant self, with them done self, because I tell you, say, most of our black people don't Muta that side. We're in this the same way. And we're always have PMP I talk for idiot and push them out and come with JLP. And JLP take up idiot and push them out and bring in PMP and go vice versa. PMP come on them still with JLP though. PMP protect JLP. JLP come and say PMP and protect JLP. And we as black people will champion and hold man and talk about we're proud our school is so done that we can't demonstrate something totally different. So we expect change and we want to reinvent the wheel and do the same thing over and over and go back. But we'll go to the school. Muta, if you are eating your food and 10 man they are hungry, you know, all right. Because they idea them have 5 minutes and we have to jump your face until everybody, all right, you see it different. So when a man come from a radio station born this and that, Wobia was our culture as African, so we can speak with one another and talk to our ancestors. Why people bring Jesus Christ come born save. And black people are suffer from all and still are suffer. Hitler kill much Jews. And we compensate them, right? One time some plane must go over Cuba and let our pamphlet Castro warn them. Castro eventually lift out the sky. US world Castro and them have to compensate the family. So everything will happen to people. Everybody else get compensation, but black people, no. Nothing. I know we can't get nothing. We poor parents dead for land. I know Andrew Willis have put up box of $15 million. And I tell you about progress. So my company really come telling no nonsense. You understand? We just dance. And you and Carbo and Jerry alone I educate with. And we still have being done. Over our culture. Look how much thing with look how much pastor rape little boy. Look how much Catholic priest rape little boy. Look how much thing with the Catholic church too. And them a pay compensation and get sweet and smile. I tell you. Over our culture as African, we stick to one if you want to like it, it's up to you. But take a eye. Muta, I'm going to come to Jamaica quickly now, Muta. Come to Jamaica.
Hold on. I can tell you something. Because that's a serious thing. You see, Obia, just like Christians, you don't have to be a Christian, you know. Christianity legal, you know, you don't have to be a Christian. Obia, it's part of a religious practice, spirituality.
Practice, yeah.
You don't have to deal with it. So if it why it can't legal and you don't deal with it? Just like Christianity. Why Christianity can't legal and you don't deal with it?
Muta, I said anything to do with black people is bad, anything to do with white people is good. Alright? Now tell you that. That's why they must scan you when you're poor and paupers and you're rich and okay, dirty you are. And rich them might set the same way. Alright, Muta. Question now, if Mandingo can't lie to a Raspa, but do we have a treaty with the USA? Do we have a extradition treaty?
Yeah.
I can remember we used to take the man them, the alleged drugs man them and sell them go to America. And the man them were involved in things where Africa America. Though where I was saying, I think I must say when PJ never really want to sign something US start evoke or take where nice enough visa. Alright. It's the extradition is a one-way thing. We want to know that. We're kind of ignorant.
No, a two-way thing.
It's a two-way.
Yeah, then do this.
Do you?
Them lock up to do this in America.
Yeah, alright. And then we take with some scammer too and some drugs man and mobile.
Yeah. When you say two-way, what you mean? You mean if
then you come to agreement. Alright, if you commit crime in my country, you would have send your man. If my man commit crime, me send them. Because I don't know if Shane can lie to us, but do you know of any case where Jamaican Prime Minister or previous or past or present tell America someone John Brown and this, that, and them send them?
I forgot to think hard.
All right. There's so much gun coming at Jamaica now, Muta. It's simply I heard Horace Strong on radio say, you might hunt down these people are bringing the gun. That's if a gun come for true because I don't see none display on the TV and it draw my suspicion.
Them usually display it.
Thank you. But them not show none on the TV. Next a couple of people because maybe I fell asleep. Next a couple of people just sign the gun and steal them when them I use backward dig up. Tell me which man you have stayed on police station right. Tell me which man are illegal gonna dig it up. I for try and say you know anybody I dig who them put the gun on my back so I use backhoe. So all of these politics just I try to do something for sure. Say we're the best leader and we're there for reduce put a dead pan crime. Muta.
But wait, I will give you time, but you can't tell you something. I have a little theory, so you know, all right. Years ago, I used to hang on it and I say, the Minister of National Security say, according to his investigation and intelligence, it's 200 guns are coming out of Jamaica per month.
Me hear about that. I
keep repeating it on radio for about 5 years now. Them say it's about 200 guns are coming out of the month. And me always say, me never hear them catch even 10 guns in a month yet, 20 guns in a month. No. Right as them say, the police are doing business proper now and crime gone now. Them find 200 guns in a month.
Our 40,000 round ammunition.
So me I wonder
236.
Me I wonder if the 200 guns, maybe it really are coming out of the country, we never know. You know, say, but through the crime gone down now, I think them say 200 guns. I don't know, it sounds political to me.
Mota, let me tell you something. Every gun where them usually find them with a display on table. As far as me concerned, until me say gun, not no guns on the gun, we keep rotate. When I find how much a gun now warehouse and mobile, ain't nobody get charged for it. No. And them sell the warehouse to the rent. Alright, tell me the amount of gun will come inside, the massive amount of gun. And tell me if 2-man charge and convict. Most of them can't taste them all 2-man, you know. I know them can't say them all RJ, you know. Does RJ exist? And then everything just gone like this. The $3 trillion just gone so out of mind, out of sight. Tell me, Muta, make somebody call your program and tell me if 2 men or 2 people ever get charged for the amount of gun them that come in Jamaica over the years.
Remember the coke where them flying the plane and nobody no plane, the plane just fly automatic. It's like a drone.
No, a basketball.
Yeah.
Thank you, Muta.
It's like a drone.
Right.
The coke,
Thank you. So come back to the 36, the 236 gun on Muta. All right. Let's say there's gun come.
I know 200.
Them say 236.
Okay, yeah.
All right. So let's say the gun come and now. Through them here we are talking because I'm done. Did I say 18? The Prime Minister go for international forum and say 18. No, nobody no get charged from 80 pounds much. Asian boat come in and Muta. And that is a bullet fine, you know. You saw them people are hypocritical. All right. We know and you know and me know so them 95% of them gun there I come from United States. All right, Muta.
Straight.
You get the gun now and you go find your computer, you go find your data and say, well, all right, them gun at the ship. Last week Friday them ship through Miami and them ship through New York. Which port? Then you find out and say, well, like US counterpartner. We want to know who will work at that particular time. John Brown, Jr. Reed, Rascabo, this, that, them work on 200 gun come through. So we want these guys now for trying to find out how these guns pass through though. Them find these guns and all. We want them man there. Because come for our show, kill our people, and we have a treaty where we compromise and you compromise. So you, our man, them do the act or do the crime, we send them to you. We want to know the port. It's simple, Muta. We want to know the port and who work on that time. when the ship at that particular time, and can you go to the embassy and send these guys to us? You see the one-way thing? That's why I never like United States, because United States replace Islam.
You know what happened to? I mean, I wonder to, all these guns, is it possible that it came here because of election the near, and there's some people who have to control those guns? I don't know.
Thank you.
I just say it
because we can't speculate and we have to be practical now, you know, Muta. The gun them fine. You find that amount of gun, I know you don't show them on TV. And what proof me have said when the gun them come in, you find them. These guns now rotate back screen. I said, remember, Mutabaruka discovered that. Why we not prove say no, say? That gun the real last that I gun we see it was ABC 345 and we have proof say, and I see him gonna rotate. Muta. Anytime you trust a politician and a pastor, at the same time Jesus Christ are being down, for hurt come save black people. Because nobody now come save black people until black people start examining them brain and realize that them have to save themselves. Nobody will never save them. We have to save ourselves. It's a lie, Muta. Until you come with proof, I will check back my word. Because up until this very minute, the gun, when I use pick up Baku, I stadium, we don't hear nothing more about that who get charged with all the fingerprint, you know. And which man I take Baku, go dig up illegal gun and see them, and you don't know where the police there. A patrol, that makes sense to you? And it just squashed down so like with $3 trillion. Lastly, Muta, finally, the machine now for the 31.5 million. It's advertised pan radio now, where it's like the most glorious thing come to Jamaica now, where people life are saved and about now. They advertise, and then you don't hear no proof of the money we spend. It just squash down, so you know. And you hear no church leader come and say no. This can't go further until to prove of how much we pay for this thing and how much is the real price for it. No pastor say nothing. The Governor General most seal and I collect $34 million off of black people tax money where I represent slave white people where you used to cut off black people foot when they run away and take things that stretch black woman home to punish them. I make the people say as a psychological effect. So the mother can't say, don't bother run for master. Stretch them home.
We have to move, you know. We have to move.
Long life. Bye-bye.
Blessed man, blessed. Like if somebody feels a man do him something, them go at the drugstore and go buy something and put it in them food. And when them eat it, them belly run. Them say, how be that, you know? Them say, how be them? Because they don't know what kind of thing going at them food for them belly hurt them. Or they maybe get some powder where each people, because you have them thing there, where have certain acidic thing in it or something, and your foot catch it and your foot swell up, and them say, how be that? Somebody hope you because your foot swell up. Sometimes maybe a diabetes. Sometimes maybe a diabetes the person have, you know. Oh, your foot so swell up and look how it look blue. Lord, them hope him. And that all people used to think, you know, because all people never know about no diabetes, you know. Them just sweat full of sweat. And then little more see the person lose them foot. Chop off them foot now and you say, Obia. You know, say, them Obia mass run down there, so. Because you want to see him foot swell up, you know. Them no go a doctor go find out that what swell up the man foot, you know. Them say, Obia swell up him foot, you know, the time of diabetes, him have. But I mean, I tell you, but it take a revolution. Take a revolution. And the man say, don't trust a politician to grant you no favor. Because I always want to control you forever.
Oh, man, I see that. All right. Yeah. Yes, Muta. Boy, I see. I watch the two politicians. I watch the two leaders them. One I go protest and the next one I tell team supporter them say to go protest too. And protest all of them work.
And tear down all of them cloth. Well, the green cloth tear down, the orange cloth must tear down.
Yeah. The money disparity, man.
That's why I want to let them go and they not come in to come deal with the politics.
Boy, them man, but me never see something so yet. The height where you can go is to be a prime minister or be a leader, seeing at the party and then be a prime minister. But you are prime minister now and you hear say opposition I go protest. And you know you call a meeting to and I invite other people now to go protest. Knowing how the people them stay, you know. And I tell them to go protest too and protest at them workplace. Imagine you employ a man to work at your business place, Muta. And you
protest.
Yeah, and you hear him there a protest. A protest for a party or a protest. How that look? You don't run with you. You know, run out your business place. Because support the other workers, they know them things where them are going it. Or the other workers, they don't want to know, or a man want to know who and what. Them people take the people and feed that team, man. Them take Jamaica people feed that team.
Yeah, but the Jamaican people look like them are idiot. Because every year, every time 4 years come and them do the same thing. They must see that, man.
They must see that, them, man. But say me, I look on the man desperate, like say, you are done prime minister already, you know. And we are campaign about, you are prime minister, you are campaign same way. And you tell the people to go. Me dear Desmond Mackenzie said that in a word, you know. I tell the people to protect the rule. But me never know, say, we think, say, like little smartness better still. But when we hear the prime minister, I tell the people that to take to the road and protest what them there put. But them think Labour right and PNP or them think Labour right own this country or own Jamaica.
Well, PNP, this is Jamaica, PNP country too, you know, so no better area, no better barrel.
No, me I say, with them I think, if I them think so, or them think I be an idiot there. Come on, so you know. See? No. Me see a trainer go on way. I don't know if you remember when the Chief Justice did a signing and the Prime Minister said he might try him 6 months.
Chief Justice.
The Chief Justice were responsible as the judge demanded.
Okay.
Yeah. No, Muta, you are working higher for how long, or you use a judge for how long? Seeing a man who use as a Chief Justice, and a man has said, man, give you 6 month trial run. See? And if you're good for the work, he will use you. You know, I ask you a question, Muta. You feel one man can corrupt Jamaica?
If one man can corrupt it?
Yeah, can corrupt the whole of Jamaica.
Well, I see the man them use Jesus and corrupt the whole people them, so I don't know.
All right.
My mother say yes, my mother say no.
Well, you know, so the wisest answer that, because I ask a whole heap of man that, you know, I ask some radio hosts, seeing because you have a brother on here, Raja, with a pan Aja at night time. He might teach the people them too, you know. Yeah, he might go on good too. Seeing?
Like, for you advertise on the station, Pyre.
Yeah, then Iron number one, man.
No, but that would be say it was advertised on the station, for the station.
Yeah, well, to me know Iron not stay like the other station.
No, you
But, you know, if it's that, well, we know now. We know now. We not advertise no more.
All right, so what you say about the corrupt? You say that about corrupt?
Yeah, man. Well, me I watch all the sector them, and me I watch how, for instance, I don't know if you're familiar with it, the thing that we are going, you know, where
which one are the thing then?
The